Ebusa for mama kwaba at about Kings Jersey TV so ye chinchin social media ya sign ekonye bidia ba na nina eye politics na nsama ubete no ebi ebe ya wanwa pa ye na ye nim se ye wura ye friend no AL-WAHAB FAROUK oyobia oye very experienced diplomatic and investment consultant or your expert in international relations and of Africa and world politics and governance there. Wadomwe sukopa anti okasa ne kasa utie na onimde. Na odensembia tudwe mu ehu pa. Se nyame yadoma MPP any NDC abatu ebasi aya na nketu ande enfam council still ayenya third force bia. Se base MPP co primaries na yewura Kennedy akompreko AGYAPONG otoswa koso ne campaigner tumuda enya ade a ye papa Alan Kojochiramanten ye papa Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ane kenokro bie no obetimi nya 50% plus 1 na che say when honorable Kennedy Japan inclusive no wa be split vote ye basa honorable be ye kingmaker. Either he can decide to make himself the king or he can decide to make somebody a king in the MPP era. Na ni okano so ye no kre na mempese imagine kasa ahyemenum one Kofi TV etwetwe nkomo na yetie ya na yakofa bi aba moma yentie.
I'll be the happiest man if a Ghanaian would see a different version political spectrum, a different political direction. My only problem say in fact Honorable Kennedy Japan Samemi noa emi madwinchiro with the wealth and maybe with experience and the vision and maybe the passion or work to make sure say from business standpoint or person ka Ghana a team succeeding. So I'm quite independent candidate and will play neutrality card regardless of the facts or MPP. Government can be dangerous elections. The chances you are referring to say the primaries, so basically through MPP primaries, that will be a very good challenger or the Bema Honorable Alan Kyerematen, the Vice President. I'm looking at a very watertight race. What he brings on board, or what I can say, and he said, it will be very tough for Vice President to cross 50%. It will be equally tough for Honorable Alan Kyerematen to cross 50% with the inclusion of Kennedy Japan. I'm telling you.
No, best split tema obi entime cross 50%.
Omni and Senyinara. A very watertight race. And I'm looking forward keenly to see that happen. And when it happens like that, he will be the kingmaker to make himself the king, or he'll be the kingmaker to make somebody a king, and then with a bargain.
Oh, you are? Inti Sebasa split here. Honorable Ken will decide to make himself the king, or ebia me pesa medema Alan. Inti I'll make you a king, or me pesa medema Dr. Baumia, I'll make you a king. But it will come with a bargain. A one any asemno. Not just say, but honorable is not ready for any bargain. Sir, a splitting watertight. He will make himself a king because our vision, he want to prove a point. Irrespective of Obia was asisu ewa now so on. Nobody is ever perfect. But when we come to the practical aspect of works, na in some ayakayan feye juma, ya de tutun sonienia, you say he mean business for Ghana.
Okay, yes. Opezo the president. My numbers can add yours together. No bien MPP today, I'm telling you, sir, it will be difficult for Kennedy Japan will raise anymore. Honorable Kyerematen betimanya 50% plus 1.
It's not possible.
It will be difficult for Vice President to get 50% plus 1. Into a best split vote no. Or split vote now. Or by decision or kingmaker. Why am I saying that? From my understanding politically, yes, a traditional party But I will talk about constituencies. All the parties, the 3 candidates, you know. His Excellency the Vice President of late man said the last election 2020 no, and what try say what bem to get some baby constituencies. But you and I know very well say on yeah traditional all out politician now our constituency, and he has not generated one to that extent. But our constituencies be a what my adopt because we timid 8 vote 8 constituencies are ultimate winning ma MPP our north. Honorable Kojo Alanche Martin, yes, is an MPP group. I'm yet to find out say ubet market say validate say central region and Ashanti region sa constituency we know he made it. And I say constituency way that you can connect it to Honorable Alanche Martin. Apart from taking out say well MPP old personal what try presidential primaries that. And I say obika say edru ne so pen. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at say each one of them the strengths, because at the end of the day no primaries and any national elections so MPP primaries and it is only reserved for MPPs. And if it is reserved for MPPs there, then you become be say grassroots. So you become grassroots once them the day become be say constituencies. And you become constituencies there. Yan share omumi ensano. Constituencies. Ubetimi dey say e be a Bantuma constituency no. It is notably given for Honorable Alanche Martin or Vice President. Apart from say man for we can talk about national say executive we fine. Executives in there womundu individual people. Some were even 270 executives they themselves do not form the quorum to decide who become the presidential candidate for the party. It is the danger of it in itself. If Canada Japan continues pushing, not all pushy, the campaign.
Nana sumom de obe push there so de obe pushy on relax cry because ebia wo a wo hwe me wo na wo ji wo de say empempenso anyame de wedro no, you have the capabilities to help somebody to let the country stand firm. I bedroom pempenso bia I think say you do the same thing. So honorable push na yanko.
Let us not forget say a man for say a bit hard, a bit emotional, a bit aggressive. For me, I believe say individual be we as biano or ne bat and on the side.
And no one wakano. Ghana yempempen so yedru we need obia or that hard. And wetimi abua o man no. We are rougher obey you. And now no one can say send a year kura oba now office near say we want you so about 2 year office no more. You are not doing the right thing. No, you will be for Frabashaho. It will take only ministers, MPs now, omo penokre. Look, it will take ministers on penokre to follow him. Omwa sir, katas share proyane dream. Adokro omona there. They hate what Honorable is saying, but that's a fact.
But this is the person who see critically. He's speaking particularly on job creation. He's speaking particularly not too much of politics, but then or modern day politics of what somebody a youth be or think or person. But interestingly, the youth, when it comes to the national level, no qualifier, he could be a dangerous candidate. He could surprise anybody. But before so back cross that side, the youth of MPP Nankasa, they are not members of the delegates. And HON and the better MPP NDC. Now we can talk about MPP home government. Omo primaries, Kofi money crazy bemu beto. But I believe honestly, says a Kobas beto dia. Honorable Chamatin to can beto.
Beto can so beto. Uta if you to I to.
Stimulation na all column. Any campaign now or yen. Go back to the grassroots level. And the MPP delegates that we know said this time no. Obi aso en adwen say onye mistake. Enkofie manere emfa bankuta mo no. what the man obeje where the man obeje and when it matters most sir Kofi the me who say it is the biggest cocoa season for MPP delegates no mo yire om honje because we are oji anu nyibiem but what I say because say if vice president wants to make it up yes Obeyisu the president of course will back him because ne baby no eso back no whether he likes it or not o back na ubetia because be na wo government no o man timanya fulfillment be of any promise on their side honorable Kodja Alanchamatin ebi a 8 years ni nyina no beba no ebi a delegate and executive bi no wanya bibia from trade and the only time to interface with you, time I be solicited near the tampering, and I'm a you will pay. Not different from Honorable Kennedy Japan. And can't say, me, I'm a rich man. I have money. And I'm looking at it, minimum accounts. But Sakobas will triadia. I believe so. Bet me Obi a jagum, do bet me triacha vice president. Hey. Oh, yes. Oh, there be some vice president. Or incorruptible. Vice president, no, a civil servant. And as a fan, so a public servant. And or buy whichever. And Timinu say no businessman. And this Obenya sponsorship crana. Sponsorship won't mean to say the businessman. Or no say or 7,000 workers. I will tear salary no. Over to Agumo. Yeah. Can't bet to Agumo. Mine never trogum papa. Gobi. In the campaign with Obi, where did you go? Did you do me? And see, can't be how yeah. What I say, but when you know one thing, me pay a new face, our Ghana government, me pay a new face, our governance.
Was therefore anti ya papa FAROUK AL-WAHAB and Okasaye. Na Oshana Ose FAROUK AL-WAHAB has built a broad-based international partners across the world on the diplomatic corridors where he and his partners have organized presidential, prime ministerial and top-level state visits, creating the enabling environment for the establishment of bilateral trade relations and other economic partnerships. This man is a guru by himself. Into the Okano, he knows what he's talking about. Ghana, ayeye, mama yentie, na yambua Honorable Kennedy Japan, na onfa Ghana, onosu ye Ghana ni, irrespective of niya amanfo bi kafa no hono, obi ene wa onem from so. Se obi, yawo secret camera bi ni eyi amanfo kukwe mu nyoma pianka mu se, hey, sa no ba abontia na oye bofo. It's enough. It's enough. Mama yena yem focus on the vision to build Ghana.